Hi, welcome back to BeawCast.
And today, the brands that are supporting us are Clutter, Lola, and Scentbird.
Yeah, thank you so much. Jess is probably like, what the hell? I didn't even know we started.
Thanks to the sponsors.
Yeah, thanks to the sponsors.
Yeah.
Hey, so for those of you guys that don't know, we have our good friend here, Jess, who likes to go by Jessica.
Only when I'm frisky.
Okay, so not right now. Are you frisky?
That's my like, you know how David has his little persona Veronica?
Oh, yeah.
I think when I'm feeling like Veronica, you can call me Jessica.
Okay, so when are you...
I'm Jess right now though, but maybe you guys can work me into it.
Okay, later. All right, fine. Well, she says she's between two big bitches, so that didn't sound like it. Like she was feeling frisky. But yeah, thanks for being on. Yeah, I feel like I know so much about you, but then... not. Mm-hmm. So.
Well, maybe I could guess because I know Jess from being Joe's girlfriend.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then also from being channel manager of Just Kidding News.
Yep.
And maybe I can try to stereotype you.
Yeah, and then I can break it.
Yeah.
Or agree with it.
Okay.
Okay.
So this is what I know. This is what I know as being Joe's best friend from the outside.
Okay.
What do you mean Joe's best friend from the outside? Oh, from the outside looking into their relationship?
Yes.
Okay, got it.
Was that unclear?
I'm stupid, okay?
Like it could be twisted into like you're only his best friend. Like
from the outside, yeah.
Like people think that on the outside, but you're really not.
Girls are complicated.
Yeah.
We'd like to think of all angles, all right?
Yeah.
Okay. So I know you guys met online. Mm-hmm. True or false?
True.
Okay. And then you guys were dating long distance for 3 years, 2 years, 1 year?
1 year.
True. And
you fucking guessed three numbers. You can't say true.
And then you tantalized them with sex and barbecue.
Yes, that's embarrassing, but he loved that line so much he keeps bringing it up.
Because that's important to him.
Yeah. It was tight. Like I don't know many. I would never say that. Like I would never tell a guy that I'm just kind of like talking to, like, hey, you want to come over for some barbecue and some pussy? You know?
Yeah, well, it was a joke because like when we were getting to know each other, we were joking a lot, and then like he would make some statements that were not romantic at all, but I would be like, that was so romantic, like LOL. Oh. And then so we kind of had this weird banter that was like
what would be a joke?
Top.
What would be the joke that's not romantic?
Oh, bitch, I play Mafia. That shit ain't a joke. That shit was like let me slide it in there. Let me see if I could reel him in, and then of course you hooked him, so he's gonna be like, fuck yeah, and you're like, tight, it worked.
Well, it was 10% real and 90% a joke because I would never actually say that seriously without some humor in it.
I thought that was badass.
No, it was a joke.
Did you guys have sex when you went over though?
Yes.
So it wasn't a joke.
Me saying that was like
it's
out
more
of character a little bit.
90% truth and 10% joke.
I think that's tight as fuck though. We'll continue playing this game and I'll go back to why I think it's tight as fuck.
Yeah. So I guess for me, because I know Joe the way I know Joe, and I know he's super goofy. What made you go when you saw him in the videos wearing an Uncle Chin outfit?
I know what character.
And you're like,
Justin.
I want to fuck that dude.
I was not sexually attracted or interested in Joe before we started talking. So seeing him in the videos, he was not my type.
Okay.
So I was more of a fan of the comedy of just you guys. I was actually more of a fan of Gio than anybody else.
Hey.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's a sucker dick, but you know, Gio loves getting her dick sucked.
Oh, please suck my dick.
I'll give it to her. I'll give it to her. So yeah, so
is this Jessica right now?
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
So I was more just drawn to the comedy of it all, and I was like, oh, like these people are cool. They seem down to earth. They're not like some of these other YouTubers that were like super annoying.
Like who?
You fucking asshole.
Who sucks? Who do you hate?
I don't want to say.
Okay, fine.
Good job.
Yeah. But then, yeah. So then when he messaged me, I was like, oh, this is dope. Like, because I saw him as like, I don't know, someone who I like someone from SNL, like messaged me or something like, this is so cool. Like he's funny as fuck or whatever, but I wasn't not sexually attracted to him, but it was the talking that we did over the course of a month that made me think of him possibly as someone that I could be interested in just because of the amount of attention he gave me and like how funny he was and how like he was so into like talking to me and having deep conversations. I was like loving the attention, and then it turned into like maybe I could slide into that.
Damn,
you know? And then
Joe Jitsikawa?
What kind of let me hear this. What kind of like always hitting you up? Like, what are you doing?
Yeah, so he was messaging me all day long. So like I'm at work trying to do my little audits or whatever, and then like every few minutes it's like and I'm like, oh, what does he got to say now? And then so he's just constantly like all up in my shit, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think it kind of made me feel special, and that's what made me see maybe we could be romantic.
That's cute as fuck.
Yeah. And I think I was just coming out of being single for 3 years too, and like dating a lot of probably guys out of my league and like assholes, and so I never got the attention that I really wanted for several years.
Yeah.
So him giving me that, like, it made a big difference.
What do you mean by guys out of your, like, out of in the corporate or like Wall Street type lifestyle?
Well, probably physically, just visually out of my league, because I was always just trying to shoot high, you know. Girls like to shoot higher, guys tend to shoot lower.
I should have shot high.
You did. So yeah, I was just
that
trying
was
to
really
shoot.
nice, Jess.
Yeah.
I
was
caught
trying
the
to clown.
compliment.
I was trying to clown on him, and you like damn, I'm a bitch.
Yep.
All right.
Yep, you are.
Yeah. So yeah, no, I really enjoyed having like someone who's had a genuine personality, and I started to realize like this is more important than me like shooting for, you know, this 10 where I'm like a 7 or something, and it's just gonna keep burning
shut
me.
up.
Okay, you can be
definitely
super
not a
sweet.
7.
You can be super sweet, but I know where I stand.
Well, at least you said a 7.
Yeah, I didn't say 4. Like
Yeah.
I'm
All right.
not that mean to myself.
Okay.
But anyway, so yeah, I guess that answers your question. I wasn't initially sexually attracted to him.
Okay. So I got 2 truths, and then you got the line with this barbecue and sex.
No one's ever gonna live that down.
I
dude.
know, no one. You're not gonna let me get rid of that.
Nope.
When was it when you're like, oh shit, this long distance thing? Because I remember he would fly out like every other month or something like that, or every
Yeah, like
month.
once a month. Yeah.
When did that go? Wow, this is getting pretty serious. Time to move in. And you moved into the one Whittier house, right?
Mm-hmm.
When did that happen?
So we had like it changed over the course of a year. So in the beginning, it was just all fun. And then I think after a couple months, I started getting like stronger feelings, because when he would come, I would realize that was the best time of my month. Damn. Was like the time when we were together and hanging out, because he just made me like so happy. Like everything about him was so positive, and y'all know my energy's kind of dark. So it definitely felt, it definitely felt like he was injecting like life back into me, and I was like, oh, I really like this guy, like he's making me feel happy again. And then time goes by, and we kind of took a break for a while, because I think I was getting to the point where I was like, I really like you, but you're not showing me any signs of like seriousness back, so I think we need to just stop talking, because like I'm in Austin, either I need to focus on what I'm doing here, or we need to get more serious. And he just wasn't really down yet.
What do you mean by serious? Like more committed? Like,
yeah.
Oh, okay.
To where like I knew for sure it was going somewhere, because I was giving so much attention to him in like LA when I had just moved to Austin. So I wasn't really giving my all to like meet new people, like meet guys, or like, you know, always go out with my coworkers. Like I started getting kind of, what's the word? Codependent on him.
Yeah.
Even though he was so far away. So we took like a month off, and then I flew out to LA with one of my friends for some other like party thing.
Yeah.
But in the back of my mind, it was like, because I just want to be like close to Joe, even though we took a break.
It's 90%, 90% for Joe and 10% for the party.
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
Yeah.
But then when I got here, I like pretended like, oh, well, I'm in LA for like this thing or whatever. And then he was just like, oh my God. And then we had to see each other. And then once we saw each other, and it was like fireworks, and he was all like worked up about seeing me, and he was just like all in his feelings. And I was
what's Joe's worked up version?
I know.
I don't
can't
see
picture.
that. I don't see that.
I just picture the fucking putangana sword, you know?
So he actually dropped all of that, and he was more like serious and emotional for the first time.
Did he cry?
No.
Oh.
But he just had that kind of strength of that. It was like very like serious, like I don't know, some manliest feelings that he normally doesn't show. Yeah. I don't know how to describe it.
Yeah, I feel you. Like he was just serious.
Yeah.
Russell Crowe in Gladiator?
Yeah, like he had this kind of like, it was testosterone, but it was like, I respect you, you know? Like,
Yeah.
I got you. That makes sense.
Yeah.
So then I was just the whole time that I was here on that trip, like trying to get away and like trying to spend time with him, and pissed off the people I was with for sure. But I was like, I don't care about y'all. I'm going to bounce anyway on all of you guys.
Oh, you're that friend in the group.
Yeah.
So am I. Yeah. I
was like, I know what's important to me right now, and it's Joe.
Yeah.
Were your friends like, what are you doing fucking around with this Chinese guy?
Yeah.
Really?
That's what I thought.
And then every time I'm like, okay, he's not Chinese, he's Japanese.
Yeah.
That's so fucking funny. It really happened.
And they're like, what the fuck, you know? Because in Texas, I guess it's not quite as like normal for mixed race couples, or for Asian and white couples at least, or actually Asian guy and white girl. It's not the norm yet, like it is in LA.
Yeah.
But yeah, so then after that, I go back, and then he comes back to see me, and then he's just like, oh, okay, I'm ready. Like, this is serious. Like, so we're back together then, long distance. And then just we're at that point we start making more and more plans, like dreaming about what would happen when I got here and all of that. And so then in the summertime when I was like, well, my lease is coming up. Should I sign my lease or, what's the deal? And he's like, no, you should come out, move to LA. So
That's crazy. That's so fucking crazy to me.
yeah. And it happened really fast.
Yeah, isn't it like what was going through your mind with dropping a career that you had and then moving across the country to be with someone else? Because it's not just like, it's not a lease thing where you're already in LA and you still keep your job, and then you're like, oh, I'm just moving with you. Like I've done that for her. She's done it for me. Like that's pretty normal. But to go, okay, not only is because the lease, I think it's the least of the worries. It's actually
how cute.
I'm gonna stop doing
the lease is the least of the worries.
Yeah.
I think changing your career, like going,
Yeah.
especially since you have a master's, like it took getting a master's to get to where you're at, and then going.
Everyone always has to bring up the master's.
Yeah. When we did our podcast, Bose kept going, she got a master's.
Yeah.
It was funny.
That's a lot of work.
Yeah, it is. And I took half of the CPA exam and passed half, like 2 out of the 4 parts before I decided to quit that too. So I was in the middle. It's like dropping, like your law degree and dropping the bar and all of that. It's like similar level. And then I was just like, fuck it. But
what made you say fuck it?
well, because I had worked about 4 years in the industry at that point and gone from like a staff level to a senior level. And then I remember one of my managers who's above a senior level, he was like, he would always make jokes. He'd be like, get out while you can, get out while you can. Like he was like being lighthearted, funny, but like we'd be on audits and he would just be like, I'm serious, get out while you can.
Oh shit.
Like your life is going to suck and all this kind of stuff. And it just really stuck with me. So in my head, when Joe had this whole like opposite lifestyle that he was offering with his hands open, I was just like, is this a sign? Like, just do it now. Like I can always go back to it, right? Mm-hmm. So whatever.
That's dope though. I took a lot of balls to just drop what you're doing.
I think it was really just a combination of being like head over heels for someone and not thinking straight.
Yeah.
But also just really wanting to do something different with my life because it just felt very stagnant. So I don't know if it's balls or just I just stopped caring about anything. So I was like, fuck it, I'll do it.
Did you have work lined up already before you made the move? Like, were you like, okay, cool. If I go there, at least I'll eat this way, or no?
No, I didn't have anything lined up at all.
Okay.
I keep giving Bart the eyes because now it's time.
Oh, I thought those were googly eyes.
No, stupid.
Damn it.
I keep trying to tell you that it's time to introduce our first sponsor.
It is time to introduce our first sponsor, but I kept thinking they were googly eyes. So
Why would I try to? Bart's like, why are you flirting with me? Jessica's talking.
You know the
So
first Jessica.
So I keep giving your eyes back. I was like,
yeah, I was like, we've been doing this podcast for like half a year now, and it's always the same signal where I go, like, that's what I do. And then
maybe you should just do like a double eyebrow.
Then he's going to be like, what? Well, anyway.
All right. Our first sponsor is Clutter. And if you guys don't know what this is, so for those of you guys who are like, oh, I always got to get a bigger space because I have a ton of stuff everywhere. I don't have enough space. Well, guess what? All the things that you don't really use, this is the thing for you. It's a on-demand storage experience. So what you do is you take all the stuff that you don't need, that you're not going to need within the next 48 hours to a week, and you put it aside. They'll come pick it up and they'll take it away and store it in some public storage area, and everything is completely secure. And they even do this photo inventory so you can keep track of what is actually taken away, which I think is super awesome. And when you need it, within 48 hours, they'll bring it right back. So your snowboard, you don't need that all the time unless you hang it on your wall to get pussy. Or that giant teddy bear that you don't need anymore. You can put all that stuff away, and then you can maximize the space that you live in. And right now, you get $50 off your first month when you sign up at clutter.com/Beaw, BEAW. That is for all our listeners, clutter.com/Beaw, BEAW at checkout. And this is no hassle moving. It has online inventory management. There's free pickup and delivery and price match guarantee.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Because I'm definitely not about all the other public storage places. They're sketch. Thank you. Thank you, Clutter. And going back, so you had nothing lined up?
No.
Damn, that's tight. That is ballsy. I don't know if it's like you not caring, because before you came on this podcast, I was just thinking about, oh, cool. Like I want to know this about Jess. I want to know this about, and that about her. And one of the things I was like, damn, that's pretty fucking ballsy. Kind of like touching on what Bart was saying, where you get your master's, like, which takes what? So you go to, let's say you go to university, that's 4 years, and it's an additional 4 years?
I think I did it in 2.
Yeah, but normally it can take up to like 4, right?
Well, for the master's, probably not unless you're moving really slow.
Okay,
Yeah.
so another 2 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then from there, then you went into auditing, right?
Yeah.
So for me, I was like, it was easy for me to leave my job or whatever, because I'm like, I don't fucking like, it's a bullshit job. Like I had just a bachelor's and I'm like, what am I really going to miss out on? This isn't even what I went to school for. So for me to leave the company that I was working for and completely change my lifestyle was not that hard. But then for you, which is ballsy as fuck, is you completely changed everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's what makes it ballsy.
Yeah, I guess I can see that. I guess maybe in my mind, I didn't feel like it was ballsy. I just felt like I'm just going to throw 2 sheets to the wind and see what happens. But it didn't feel that ballsy because I'm like, even if I'm out of the workforce for like 6 months and it doesn't work out, then I can get my job back. Like my boss is like, well, whenever you want to come back. Like my boss texted me yesterday. He's like still in love with me and I haven't been there in like 5 years.
He has a crush on you?
Probably, but he's like in his 60s. But yeah, he's just like, oh, you're still one of our favorites or whatever. Like still hitting me up to like, let me know I still have a job in San Antonio. So yeah. I never really felt like it was that ballsy because I knew I had a backup plan. Well, I mean, I can see how you would think that it is.
Okay, so then the other side of why I think it's so ballsy is because you were living in Austin and Joe lives in LA. So it's now completely, I mean, did you know anyone in LA besides Joe?
Like, do you have family here or anything?
No.
Yeah, that's fucking ballsy. Like, me moving from city to city was like me moving from Monterey Park to Santa Clarita is fucking scary to me. It's fucking scary to me. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I moved around a lot though. Like after, well, I'm not really moved around, like, cause it's not that far, but like once I finished college, I moved to San Antonio and I was there for like 3.5, almost 4 years. And then I moved to Austin. So I already felt like I'm moving. Like, what's another city? Like, I already ripped the Band-Aid of like being away from my family off because I don't have family in San Antonio or Austin.
Yeah. What about your dogs? You're living with their dogs, right?
Yeah.
And then aren't they pretty attached to the humidity in Austin?
What? No.
I thought they'd be pissed. They're like, dude, I need the humidity for my fur to look soft.
What does that look like though?
They probably look more puffy.
Yeah.
Their hair probably looks better now.
Were they puffier in Austin?
I don't remember.
Oh.
No, but I really do think it's ballsy and you'd like to downplay it a lot, but that's fucking crazy.
It is crazy.
Did you have a savings?
And the fact...
No.
Oh my God, Jess, what the fuck?
No.
It's getting more ballsy to like more stupid. It's like slow.
I think that's how a lot of white people are. We're just like, whatever, fuck it.
That's why the credit system works here.
Yeah.
Damn. That's why white people have so many dope experiences though.
I know.
They get to travel the world, they backpack, they don't own shit, and they're like having the best time of their life.
That's why there's all these white people servers that are like 50 that at Denny's. And I'm always like, how are you 50 and then you're still here?
They probably traveled the world 10 times.
They probably moved across country for love.
Ballsy decisions.
Yeah,
yeah, even to do it for love. That's fucking amazing.
That is dope though.
Like, so when Bart and I were first dating, I would refuse. Like if he had told me move into my place, I would never do it.
Why?
I would never do it because the way I was, like my mom is a very jaded person. So she doesn't believe in love. Like, I don't know. My mom's a very interesting person. So the way she raised me was like the opposite of what she is. So she's like, you have to speak your mind. You have to do it for yourself. You have to be independent. You can't depend on a man. You always have to have your side accounts that your dude doesn't know about. Like you have to be strong.
That scares me about your mom and dad's relationship. I'm like, damn, what happened?
No, because she's the opposite.
Oh.
So she really depended on my dad. She never spoke up.
Okay.
She was like in his shadows.
So she felt that kind of pressure or that.
I guess she was like, don't make the same mistakes I did.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So because
she felt like she had no control probably. So she's like, you need to have some control of your life.
Right. So she really drilled that into me. I don't know why she didn't drill it into anyone else, but yeah, she really drilled that into me. So then when that's why I was really skeptical about love. I'm like, I don't believe in like soulmates. I don't believe in love. Like if I get married, it's only because like I didn't even want to get married. Like I didn't want any of that stuff. So then the fact that I had to be vulnerable and like give up all my
dreams,
my not dreams, but
kind of like
the stake in the relationship, like to give that up and not be an equal and 50-50. Like that was really scary for me. Like the fact that a guy could be like, get the fuck out of my house. I'm like,
oh, so
never.
It's because it was his house or his apartment, not like you guys went and got one together.
I would do that. Because now it's like 50-50.
I just thought you didn't want to live with him at all.
No,
so I was
no,
like,
no.
What the hell?
Oh yeah, that's pretty extreme. No, I would never move in to his place. But he could move into mine.
But you ended up moving into my place 3 times.
Yeah, what happened there? I'm just saying, well, that's different now because now I was in love with you, right?
Yeah.
So I'm just saying the way I was before, that was fucking funny. The way I was before, I couldn't do that.
Yeah.
That's how I was though. Even
smart.
now, I'm kind of like 50-50 everything.
Love makes you do crazy things.
Yeah, so that's fucking ballsy of you to be like, fuck it, let's go. Fucking, what'd you say, 2 sheets in the wind?
Yeah. Well, and then it's the same thing. I can't give myself that credit because I'm like, well, I can always call my dad and like get out of the situation if I have to.
That's fucking
so I guess
dude.
if I'm like alone in the world and I had nothing else, and I feel like it would be ballsy, but I have so many like
Outlets.
plan Bs and like, nets to fall into that it is.
I'm
what
the
it is.
opposite. The more nets I have, the safer I am.
Really?
Yeah, because I think like because I know the nets are there, I never want to like break anyone's heart. Like if I know my dad will spot me monetarily for anything, and because I know that's there, I don't want to tap into it. But let's say all my parents are dead, and then I'm in debt, and I'm like bankrupt. I would just be like going to Coachella every single day, every single year. I'll just go crazy because I don't have any like legs for my life to stand on. But because I have so much support, I don't want to let anybody down.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. That's wild.
Yeah, I never had pressure from my dad to do anything or be anything, or I think he just cares that I'm around him and that's it. Like I would bring him my grades and they would have all A's and he'd be like, okay, that's cool. And if I got a B, he'd be like, okay, that's cool. It doesn't matter.
You ever
Like,
think about flying him or moving him out here?
Yeah, I mean, I would like to, but he's so Texan that I don't know if he would like LA.
There's Riverside. It's very similar.
Is it?
I don't know. It just seems dry.
Dry?
Yeah, it's just dry.
Oh, it's not dry in Texas.
Oh yeah, it's humid.
Well, because I'm from the coast of Texas.
So
it'd be more like sending him to Long Beach.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, there's Long Beach. Would you bring your dad out to Long Beach?
I would let him test it out and check it out and see if he liked it.
Just leave her dad alone. You know what I mean? He's cool where he's at.
He's chilling.
I've learned that about old people. Like they get into the routine and that's their safety net. So to like change any one little thing, it like throws off their whole shit. Or at least I learned that from my mom.
I would kind of want to ask him, like, if me and Joe do have kids, like, would you be willing to come out here even if it's just for a couple of years or something to help out? But then I don't know. All right, that's a conversation I haven't had yet, so I don't really know how to
That's tight
feel.
though that you're even like prepping for that.
Yeah.
Do you got to smoke them out to have a conversation like that?
Do you want to give some context? Do you mind?
No, because I know. Okay, here's another one. Is it the 4th one or the 5th one? Your dad is Rastafarian.
No,
Doesn't he like Bob Marley?
he does.
But Rastafarian has nothing to do with liking Bob Marley. I like Bob Marley.
I like Bob Marley. Do I look like a Rastafarian? Like a granola white person?
Granola
No.
white
What's
person.
granola
Yeah,
white?
what is that?
Y'all don't know granola white? It's the ones that wear the Birkenstocks and they smell bad, and they only eat like organic, vegan, raw
Got
kale or
it.
whatever.
Got it.
No.
That's granola white. So my dad's not granola white.
What is he? What kind of white?
He is. So yeah, he did grow up listening to like a lot of reggae or whatever,
Yeah.
and also blues and also all this other stuff.
Yeah.
He's not really a country white guy, but he's not granola. So like, he doesn't smoke pot all day long. He drinks beer
Does he wear cargo shorts?
sometimes.
As you're saying this, I'm thinking King of the Hill. I'm the fucking worst. You know the show King of the Hill?
Yeah.
I'm just because I'm trying to picture him too.
Why are you trying to put him in a box? Just all you need to picture is this is what I picture.
Yeah.
I
I can
picture
find the right place for him. That's why.
Jess, short hair ish.
Wait,
and
are
some
you
glasses.
talking about my dad?
Yeah, your dad.
Oh, well,
Looks
my dad
like you.
definitely has like a buzz, like a regular male haircut.
Okay.
But
Like,
then,
is it a flat top?
No, flat top. What the fuck? Why
I gotta see a picture of
have
this
flat top?
like a former military dude.
Yeah.
No, okay, no,
He has
not
dog
buzz cut.
tags around
So
his
I
neck.
think he gets so not buzz cut. That's wrong. He gets it cut with scissors, but it's short hair.
Yeah.
short on top, short all around.
Okay.
it's probably
Okay.
like a 1, and then but it's not buzzed. It's not like
Gotcha.
military.
Okay.
So it's chill, relaxed, but he's also balding on top. And then he does not wear glasses.
Oh,
but he's
okay.
skinny. He's tall. He's like 6'1" or something.
Oh shit.
And he's real thin.
Okay.
Super thin. Like he never really got that old dad body.
Does he have a big buckle?
No, he doesn't wear belts at all.
I'm fucking around.
Now I picture Clint Eastwood like he's just like this. all the time.
Yeah,
like
that's
this?
closer. You're getting closer.
Oh, cool.
But not so mean. Because you know that whole like like get off my lawn thing.
yeah.
My dad's not like that. My dad's super nice.
A nice Clint Eastwood.
Yeah, super, super nice guy. And he just always wears t-shirts and shorts and flip-flops.
Oh, he's tight.
Oh,
Yeah.
you fit into any beach neighborhood around here.
So that's why I'm like Long Beach might work. Orange County, I don't know. More they're like a little bit more blue collar, but not like trashy because my dad does not like trashy people.
Yeah.
But we are kind of just like poor. So, but yeah.
But real quickly, sorry to interrupt you.
Yeah.
We'll go back to talking to your dad.
Yeah.
I do want to introduce our next sponsor, Lola. And for those of you that never heard of Lola, Lola is a feminine-founded company offering a line of organic cotton tampons, pad liners, and all-natural cleansing wipes. Before Lola, I've never used cleansing wipes.
That's disgusting.
Yeah, I tried those too. Actually, I've had this brand myself.
You have?
Yeah,
What was
I
your experience
got
with it?
I got them at a beauty event or whatever.
Yeah.
They're passing out. They have pads and all this other
Yeah.
stuff too. Yeah.
Do you wipe both at the same time?
What?
What?
Wipe both.
What are you talking about?
Like your
Like back to front or
and-
front to back in one wipe?
front to back.
You do?
Yeah.
Isn't that nasty?
No. I would. Okay, the sponsor might not like this conversation.
Or probably they do because this is, what they're all about. So it's dope that it was founded by a female because only a female understands
Exactly.
a female's body and isn't asking dumb questions like
I don't appreciate
this.
the woman splaining you did right now.
And also everything's all super organic. I don't know why I can't talk right now, but everything's super organic. Major brands use a mix of synthetic ingredients, which I didn't even know. So I'm super happy Lola's around. Also, you can get everything online, which is super dope. So Lola makes your month a little easier. So that the subscription is fully customizable. You can choose your mix of products, mix of absorbency, number of boxes, and frequency of delivery. So for someone like me, now I don't really care, but back in the day, like I wish I had this service. I want to say maybe even like 10 years ago. Cause I was always that girl that was embarrassed to buy pads and like tampons.
It's really embarrassing when you're younger.
I hated it. So for all of you guys listening and girls, mainly girls listening, but guys, you guys can get this for your girls too. We're hooking you guys up cause, you guys are going to get 40% off all subscriptions. Visit mylola.com and enter code BEAW. That's Beau when you subscribe. So, don't forget that's 40% off all subscriptions. Visit mylola.com and enter Beau when you subscribe.
That's a lot. 40% off.
That's a good deal.
Yeah.
Those things are expensive, like just in general.
Yeah.
Like pads and stuff. So
It is
pretty good.
Yeah, and if you mix and match the way I do, that's tight. I'm for it. So talking about your dad, yeah, we'll leave your dad alone. He's probably really cool in Texas. When the time comes, he'll probably move out here. Yes, I think that's fucking badass. So now you're kind of you're fully integrated into like the LA life, I guess, if you will.
Do you feel fully integrated?
I think so because when
do
I
you
go home, LA feels more like, oh, I want to go home now.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's tight. Wait, how long have you been out here for?
Almost 4 years in September.
Damn.
Yeah.
Okay, the reason why I ask is because we weren't really that close to you.
No.
Like for the first few years, yeah, I mean, we would travel and stuff, but I just wasn't that tight with you. Like,
yeah, so like me and Gio hated each other. No, I'm kidding.
well, I really didn't like you.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
didn't
I know.
hate you. I just didn't like you.
Yeah, I think it was like me coming into the group. I definitely clashed with Bart and Gio for the first like at least year and a half or almost 2
You
years.
clashed with me?
Well, yeah, you know, we didn't get along that great. Like we weren't not liking each other, but we would just be in the room and it would be like, okay, cool.
Awkward.
Anyway, bye.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, yeah.
But then me and Gio would be like, fucking bitches.
You hated me? You can't hate me. I only can hate you. What the fuck? I didn't hate you though, but yeah, it was
just like
awkward.
the like, God damn it kind of feeling, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, so we've gotten closer now, but I think for you guys, like it's just been maybe like 6 months to a year that we've actually started to even really get along as friends.
Yeah.
So I'm sure you're missing out on a lot of my experience in these last 4 years.
Yeah, because I guess to give some backstory so I don't sound like such an asshole, even though I don't really care. But yeah, like she wasn't really part of JK that much. And if you were, it was more behind the scenes. So I never really got to interact with you. And then yeah, there was never really a situation or some sort of environment for us to really just sit there and like have a one-on-one type of conversation. It was more like Joe's here and he has his girlfriend Jess, so we would be respectful to you. But then just personality, like we just didn't care to talk to one another. It was more like
I think our
There's Jess,
our
there's
energies
Gio.
clashed, and then I was going through a lot that I didn't really say out loud. So I think I definitely came in and didn't put my best foot forward.
Yeah.
For a while, and then once it kind of started that way, and I felt like, oh, this is already my impression, and then they have their impression of me, and then I'm uncomfortable when they're around, and then so I just let it go like that for a long time without trying to like fix it. Until one day I decided to call you out to lunch. I was like, all right, listen, bitch, I know we don't like vibe, but we need to figure this out if me and Joe's relationship's going to move forward.
Yeah. And I brought my brass knuckles and I had a mouthpiece.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't know what's going to happen, but I got my nails done and they were really fucking sharp.
What? Danger and safety?
I'm just kidding.
Wow.
Wait, what's the safety?
The
My mouth
mouthpiece.
guard. Yeah. Just in case she had moves. You know what I mean? I don't know.
And risk it
I don't know her back. I didn't know her background. What if she was like a black belt in like jujitsu or something? Or she's like a fucking boxer. I don't know.
That's true.
No,
I
but
do
it
have a
wasn't that
little bit of
dramatic.
crazy behind the eyes, so
Oh,
you're
do
not
you?
sure. Like,
Yeah.
I don't look like tough, but you never really know kind of feeling it.
And yeah, we're very I'm very introverted, and the
That's
more
what I was
like
gonna say. I think the main thing is because both of you guys are introverted. No one took the first step and was like, "Wait, hey, our men are best buds.
Yeah.
Maybe we should get along and like take each other out or something like that."
Yeah. And also I think coming off of Joe's previous relationship and then me just being like the new person, like I don't think everyone quite knew that we were that serious, and I don't think even Joe knew that we were that serious. Like so I kind of feel like there wasn't a lot of like motivation to like make sure things go super well. We're super close right off the bat because
I thought you were serious.
Well,
Just
I don't
'cause,
know
like,
if
you moved
everyone did.
You moved from Texas to here.
Yeah.
So I'm like, that's pretty serious to me.
But even Joe told me like he just thought that was kind of whatever. Like he didn't really take it. Like he just thought, oh, my girlfriend's moving in, and if it doesn't work out, she'll just move out. And then so it didn't. Yeah. So I think it didn't feel like it absolutely had to be like great because we didn't know if we were even going to last or not. So there was not a lot of, get it perfect on the first step type of feelings.
Yeah. Well, no, I mean, after that conversation, when we had lunch and stuff, it was really tight because I like got to see a different side of you. And I'm like, oh shit, she's actually really dope. And I feel like you're someone that I can really click with and talk to. Like,
isn't that funny how it's like
the complete opposite? Yeah, like the complete opposite. So then, okay, so you've been here for 4 years. That's crazy. That is nuts. And then, so what were you doing in these 4 years?
So at first I just started working with Joe because he was vlogging a lot back then and his vlogs were doing really well. So I was just editing all of his vlogs for him.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Did you know how to edit before that?
No, I had no idea, but I just learned over like a course of a couple videos with him showing me, and
That's
then
dope.
I got better than him at it because I started like my timing started getting better, and I was like adding more jokes in and all of that,
Yeah.
and like the audience seemed to like really like my editing and all that. But then over probably like 2 years of that, I got really sick of it and I tried to get rid of it. And then he hired Patrick. I just got tired of looking at his damn face.
That's fucking tight. That's
Yeah.
ballsy too, to be like, I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm gonna do it. That's
pick up a new
that's
trade?
a tight trait. Yeah.
Yeah, that's nuts.
Yeah, there wasn't a lot of like professional requirements on his vlog channel, so it was a good way for me to kind of build the skill, and
Yeah.
he paid me for it. And also like he wasn't charging me rent. So
Nice.
it kind of worked out. Like I was broke as shit, but it was fine.
Damn, you're fucking wild. I still think that's fucking ballsy.
Yeah.
Okay, so then you did that for how long? 2 years, you said?
I think it was like 2 years, yeah. Or maybe
Shit.
2.5.
God damn, time fucking flies. Okay, and then you were just doing that. You were just editing his vlogs.
I think that's all I was doing, yeah.
Were you
For a
ever online at all at this point? Like, are you in front of the camera?
Eventually, because we used to do those hanging with JKs, and then we did a couple skits that I showed up in like 2 or 3 JK skits.
Yeah, you
When we
did
kinda
pretty
brought
well.
we kind of brought a few back. We were trying a little bit.
Yeah.
And then I was in those, but yeah, not too much.
What ultimately pushed you to do that? Because, I mean, you're in front of it now.
What pushed me into being on camera?
Yeah.
Joe.
Literally.
I had no interest
like
in
being-
being I had no interest in being on in front of the camera. I don't like attention on me because then I feel like it amplifies my insecurities and like all the things I'm worried about, like all the comments. I'm just like, oh my God, no, I don't want the attention. Like you guys keep it. I just want to be behind the scenes. But then he just kept pushing me to do it. He's like, you're going to be so great. You're going to be so great. You have to
Oh,
try.
sounds
Yeah.
supportive.
It is supportive, but the way he did it felt like a dad. But yeah.
Are you happy now though that you are in front of the camera more, or no? You're like, I want to go back to where I was.
Well, considering I just signed up for an All Girls podcast.
You better be happy. She's talking about Hey Bitch
Hey
podcast.
Bitch podcast. Yeah, I do feel better because I feel like it's something that I was so scared of that I'm starting to overcome the fear of.
Yeah.
So in that way, I feel better about actually trying it and like not being too terrible at it. It's not something I want to do forever, and it's not like I don't want to like get more and more and more famous. Like whatever the girls podcast does, like if we go super far in that, like I'll write it out.
What if you get really, really famous and you can't even go, like you get like...
Then I'm like, shit.
You get Kim Kardashian famous.
Yeah, no, I doubt it. But if I do, that's cool. I'll figure it out.
She has low hopes for you guys' podcast.
No, for me
Kim
personally,
Kardashian's a pretty big one. I'm like, fuck, I should have shot a little bit lower.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's only one Kim Kardashian.
How about like Weird Al Yankovic, like type famous?
That's lower than us right now.
Yeah.
Oh, right, fuck.
I don't think people recognize him on the streets.
Maybe not in the 90s, though.
Yeah, that's true.
Wait, who's the one that would smash watermelons? Is that him?
Huh?
No, that's Gilligan.
Gilligan's Island?
No.
Okay,
Gillian.
forget it.
I don't know. We're too old. This
Okay.
conversation is too old.
All right, well, I wanted whatever. Anyway.
What did you want? Just say what you want.
I just wanted to get someone that was famous but not as famous, like, and then we're like there, like
Yeah.
that's all I was trying to say. It was a fucking
Like
stupid
Bobby Lee
joke.
famous?
Yeah,
Because he's more famous than us, right?
Is he?
But I feel like he could still go to the grocery
But
store.
he says,
don't know.
But he says that we're the ones that brought him back on the map.
He's also really nice.
His podcast definitely helped him
Now
out too,
I
yeah.
think it's pretty big, but he would
Yeah.
say like people would recognize him all the time, like from Just Kidding News.
That's tight. Okay, well, whatever. I mean, if we
anyway.
get famous, you'll write it out.
I'll write it out, but I don't have like I'm not gonna keep searching and keep forcing it. I guess is the point.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
I mean, you're keeping it true to yourself.
So any point that you were in LA, did you ever question going back?
Yeah, but mostly it was just because of me and Joe's relationship, like getting rocky. It wasn't really anything about LA or anything else.
Yeah.
Because I really like LA. I feel like since I was a kid, I've been like indoctrinated by music or something. Because I'm like, oh, I want to go to LA.
Oh.
Like I think a lot of kids are either like, oh, I want to go to New York or I want to go to London or something. And I was always like, I want to go to LA.
What was that? What was in LA for you that you're like, that's so cool?
I think I just felt like it was gonna be not like Texas with all of the country bumpkins and like people who only think a certain type of way, and there would be a mix of people and like the weather would be nice, and so it wasn't really like for entertainment, but it was just like what people feel like LA is.
Oh,
like just the
pretty tight.
vibe wise.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's pretty tight.
Yeah.
And then so, what was I gonna say?
I didn't give you the eyes this time.
Oh, you didn't?
No.
Oh, damn it! I keep misreading these eyes.
What?
So many signals.
I literally just made eye contact with you, but
No,
you know
I
what?
thought you had eyes that I was like, oh, she has an important question she wanted to ask. Jess.
No. You know what? We'll do this. We're gonna break for our next sponsor.
There we go.
And our next sponsor, which I'm super excited. These are all really dope sponsors, by the way, is by Scentbird. And Scentbird's really freaking tight just because they are a monthly. Hold on, let me get this right. Pause. Where the fuck is it? Okay. So our next sponsors are Scentbird, and Scentbird is a luxury fragrance subscription service for perfumes and colognes. And I absolutely love this because you can switch up how you smell every single month. So I've been told by two people in my life that are really close to me that I have a broken fucking nose.
Yep.
What?
Yes. And like the scents that I like, they say Tiff and Bart. Not so much Tiff because she's really nice and she knows how to word things, but mainly Bart. He's like, you smell like a grandma. Mm-hmm. So this service for me is really dope because I get to choose from different types of brands, different types of smells, things like Tom Ford or brands like Tom Ford, Gucci, Versace. They have tons and tons of brands, and then they'll have a rating system. Like they'll tell you this is what's popular right now, or you can say, I want something that's very citrusy. I want something that's more woodsy or whatever. So you can pick the scents that you like. They get delivered to your house, and there's some really cute little vials. Like it's probably like this big, so it's really dope for traveling or keeping it in your purse, keeping it in your pocket. And yeah, you just pull it out when you need to smell good. And each one of those little vials, it sprays up to 120 times, so that's good for like a 30-day supply. And every month you keep switching it up. So I absolutely love the service. I have like 3 different scents that, once I'm like, ooh, that one I'm kind of getting old or tired of, let me get a new one. Then I go ahead and I do that for the next month. So with this exclusive offer, okay. And for all our listeners right now, you guys are going to get 50% off your first month today. That's tight as freak.
We've been cussing all podcasts
I know, but it was just such an emphasis on that one. I just didn't want that to be the emphasis, okay? So that's only $7.50 for your first fragrance. That's super tight. Like zero risk, really. So go to scentbird.com/Bea, that's BEAW, and use my code or our code, BEAW, BEAW, for 50% off your first month. Again, that's Scentbird, that's SCENT bird, BIRD.com/Bea, BEAW, for you to try our first perfume and cologne for just $7.50. Know what I'm saying? Okay.
Nice.
Yeah. Okay. So now you're on it more. You're very LA.
I have a question.
Yeah. Okay.
So now that you've been here for 4 years.
Oh, that's not me. Oh, fuck, it's me. That's never happened to me in the history of my phone.
And you can't see that anymore.
The JK News, I'm perfect.
Okay, fine.
I don't give a fuck about this one.
So now that you've been here for 4 years now, if you had a chance to tell Jess 4 years ago,
yes,
and you could whisper in her ear when she
Why
was...
does he gotta whisper?
When she...
Hey, Jessica.
Yeah.
Just so you know.
Because it's quiet out there, so you don't want to be too loud.
Okay.
Would just... And it's the Jess that's like, oh, should I do it? Should I make the move to LA? Should I stay in Austin? What would you tell Jess? Would you be like, go? Or you'd be like, stay here? Which one would you do?
Undo all of this that you've done. I would definitely tell myself to come, but I would tell myself that...
live somewhere else.
No.
Get your own place.
That probably could have helped, to be honest. Like if I had gotten a job first.
Get a job
and
first.
Then,
Get some savings.
and we lived separately. I probably... I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, right? So I would have done things differently, but I would still have done
the same journey.
Yeah, for sure.
Why do you think you would have wanted to get a job first and live somewhere else first? You think you moved too fast?
Yeah, I think we moved too fast in our relationship, and also the immediate loss of independence was shocking. So I wouldn't say I'm like Gio, because that's not like a huge deal for me overall in life. Like I'm okay with being a housewife or whatever, or completely taken care of. I don't have any qualms with that.
That's awesome.
She doesn't care about that either.
I don't have that.
What?
She's still 50-50.
I don't have that.
Right?
You know I don't have that. What are you talking about? I love being a housewife, but I have to be able to provide in my own way.
She's still working. Like she's not letting go of her money.
She just doesn't know how much I own her, but keep going.
Okay. We're gonna hear about that later. But
yeah, no, we're gonna hear about that shit right now.
Yeah, so I think it was just as we're building the relationship and we're building the just kind of like the expectations and all of that, it would have been easier if we still had a little bit of independence with away from each other, because I think he turned into like my dad almost immediately, because he did kind of like, I was under his roof, I was working for him. So like
you felt pressure.
Yeah,
huh?
it was too much too fast, which I wouldn't suggest anyone do that right away. I think that could happen over time, like over 5-10 years into a relationship, you can start letting him take care of you, letting him be responsible for a lot of things for you. But in the beginning, it's not a good idea.
And why do you think that's important? Because it took away your sense of independence, you said?
Yeah, but it's also because we weren't at a point in our relationship where I knew we were going to stay together forever. Like he hadn't proposed and all this stuff. So it was a weird, like transitional feeling of like, you have my life in your hands, but then also you could just leave at any point. And so it just didn't feel stable.
That's down as fuck though, when you really think about it.
Yeah.
You went in there showing your asshole completely. Your little pink asshole.
How do you feel about those crazy motherfuckers
tight.
that have kids first, and then, 'cause this day and age, people, they just have kids, and then they'll be like, oh, I have a kid with them, and then you're like, wait, are you guys gonna get married? You're like, what?
Slow down.
Yeah, slow the fuck down. How do you feel about people like that? It's kind of crazy to me. I don't know if it's because I'm like old or old fashioned now, so I have like old fashioned values, and I just don't see what they're going through. But there's so many people that aren't married and they're having kids.
Yeah, I'm not like that. I definitely want to be married before I start having kids.
Oh, I see.
So I probably agree with you a lot on that. For me, I'm kind of one of those people that fall into the fuck them kids category. Like, I don't want anything to do with kids. Like, but I know at some point I am going to want to have kids, because I'll probably regret it when I'm like 60. And that's the main reason why I want to have kids.
Yeah, because you're selfish.
Yeah. But like for people just
that's everyone
popping
that
out,
has kids.
Yeah. Everyone popping out kids like early without really thinking it through. I mean, they can do whatever they want, but it's not for me. That's for sure.
Yeah. I actually feel like you benefit a lot. Like Tiff. Mm-hmm. Well, she's going to have to start all over, but it's kind of cool to have your kid when you're still young, and then they're getting older and you could do like cool stuff with them. Mm-hmm. That's pretty cool. But I always picture like when I'm 60 or 50 and I'm trying to have Thanksgiving dinner and I look at the table and I'm like, fuck, I don't have any kids.
I fucked up. I fucked up.
Yeah, it might be good to have older kids when you're older, right?
Yeah.
So like we should have had them younger.
No, I'm
nice.
all right.
No? Okay.
I like when I was getting pregnant, I hated that I had this pressure of like the clock is ticking, you know, like your biological clock.
So you'd
I'm
rather
like,
have done it at like
fuck.
25?
No, I would later.
Later,
But then
yeah.
it's clicking even faster. Now it's like,
I know, but I'm just saying, like, if we could remove the factor of like,
Yeah, if biology didn't exist.
if we could take that out,
Like if
that
you're a
pressure's
dude.
gone. Yeah, I would probably have kids when I'm 40, when I'm like all ready to
Same.
slow it down, you know?
For sure.
Like right now, I feel like the 30s are the new 20s.
Yeah, it's very
like,
true.
Like I'm 35, right? Yeah, I'm 35. And like, I feel like so much more free. I'm financially stable where I can do so much more bullshit where when I was 25, I couldn't do a lot of stuff because I was broke as fuck.
I feel so young. And
You act like you feel like you're
And I'm
young.
going to be 35. How old are you?
I'll be 32 next week.
Do you feel old?
Yes and no. When I compare myself to the people that I used to know and live with and were my friends and all of that from back home, I feel a lot younger than them. But when I compare myself to y'all, I feel old. Because you guys have like a lot of energy
Wow,
still.
That was weird. I was expecting to be that when I compare myself to y'all, I feel young.
No, because you're older than me, but you have like more stamina. Like you guys are hitting everything in life just so much harder. Like you have the kid and everything. It's like, and I'm looking at myself. I'm like, I do something for 4 hours. I'm like, oh my God, I'm so tired. I just want to go lay down.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. You hit it pretty hard when we weren't hitting it that hard. You know what I mean? Like in
like
school.
when we were younger. Oh yeah.
Yeah, like you hit it hella hard,
Yeah,
and
because I was
fucking around.
working full time and going to school full time, so I feel like I burnt myself out really fast.
Yeah.
and then now I'm lazy.
You're not really that lazy.
I'm pretty
though.
lazy too.
But you accomplish so much like every single week. You have so much stuff that you get done.
But we also have a team.
That's true.
Yeah, like I have it. Like if I was trying to do everything that I wanted to do all by myself, it's impossible. Like we talked about it in our last podcast when people are like, Beyonce has the same 24 hours as we do. What are you doing with it? It's like, fuck you.
She has like a 60-person
Exactly.
team.
There's like 4 people that wipe her ass.
Yes, like her looks, like just to get ready for today, it took me an hour, and I'd look like a regular ass person.
You
Like,
look like a goddess.
thank you. But yeah, it's not like I did anything special, right?
Yeah.
But now Beyonce, who looks fucking Beyonce, like she probably in the chair for 4 hours, like talking to her assistant, and she has like 10 people like picking out her clothes. Like, fuck you if you think you have the same hours as Beyonce.
Yeah, we know.
But it's hard. Like it's hard doing it all by yourself. And like throughout the years, we've learned to just let go of some shit, you know, because it's
Yeah.
like I can pay attention to this detail now, or like look at other shit and have someone else pay attention to that detail.
Yeah.
But you've done a lot, and you've changed a lot, and you've grown a lot. Like I was kind of like, so I really wanted you. You were one of the first people I wanted on the Hey Bitch podcast.
I'm the first person you told too. I was like, "Who did
yeah.
you tell me something?"
I did.
First?
I
when
told
like
you
2
first.
years ago, you wouldn't even like want to look at me.
Yeah, I fucking was like, oh, this bitch.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's really fucked up. I'm sorry about that.
It's okay. I forgive you.
Thank you.
I pulled it.
that arrow out, yeah.
I pulled the arrow out already. It's okay.
No one knows what these arrows
we
are.
talked
It's from the
about
last
arrows.
episode. I clicked on the last
See?
episode and I heard you guys were talking about arrows.
Oh, damn. There's so many things going on. We have JK News. We got the
Your
Hey Bitch.
memories are not there.
It's not that. It's just and then we talk about it a lot offline. So for people that don't believe it, like we're actually friends and we do talk about these. So I don't know which one is indoor talk and which one's online
Yeah.
talk, but it's all very genuine. And anyway, what the fuck was I saying? Oh yeah, you're one of the first people I told just
Yeah.
because I don't know. I really like your personality and I like your perspective and I like how you don't back off on your opinion. I think that's one of the reasons why I fucking didn't like you, because I'm like, get off your own fucking opinion and listen to other people. But then
Yeah.
that's what's also really tight about you.
Yeah, I just had to learn, I guess, time and place a little bit because
Yeah.
I never had a big group of friends, so I never really had to consider other people. I was very self-centered, and I think
Yeah.
that's slowly starting to strip away. So I'm getting better at being group-minded.
That's tight. 'Cause I'm the
Slowly.
complete opposite.
Yeah.
I'm very group minded. And I'm always considering every single person in the group. And that shit gets fucking exhausting. Cause I'm like, I know what I want to do. And I know that it's going to be the best, or I feel like it's going to be the best for the group. But then I'm like, oh, okay, Well, what would you like? What would you like? What would you like? Well, we can consider everything.
Yeah. So I think we had the same like strength and personality and kind of personality type, but we went about it differently. So like you were like I was saying, I was self-centered and you were group-minded. So we definitely didn't get along.
Yeah, because you guys had different agendas for the group. Like if we had a group outing, you're probably looking for harmony, and then you're looking for let's do this thing. And then you guys are just constantly clashing the whole time.
She would be like, we'd be out and she's like, I'm tired. I want to go back. And then it's like now the whole group has to go back.
In my mind, I'm like, why does anyone give a fuck what I do? I can just literally break off and go. But then everyone's like, oh, but then it ruins the group vibe. Like, and I was just like, oh, I never understood what anyone was talking about.
People like you, goddammit. Except for me at that time.
It takes two to tango. So if one of the partners wants to leave, we can't tango anymore.
I guess so.
I mean, you can kind of tango, but you look like a weirdo by yourself. You're like air dipping nothing. Yeah. So you were one of the first people I thought of because I'm like, this bitch is raw as fuck. Like, she's raw as fuck. She doesn't give a fuck about what people think. And you're not a, like, in the, like at the core, you're not a mean person. You're very fair. You're very open-minded.
I care about people a lot, even though I do outwardly seem like self-centered or whatever. Like emotionally and mentally, I really care about people. And
you don't seem that way now because I know you.
She just cares about people in an Asperger's kind of way.
No, I just don't realize that other people have necessarily needs throughout the day. Like I'm thinking about my own needs, but then like when it comes to emotionally, they're dealing with something. Like I will soak that up. I will take it. I will just feel it so hard and care so much. But
can you look into your dog's eyes and just cry?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I'm very empathetic.
Really?
And empathic. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Tell me more about that. How did you find that out?
And how's that? How do you deal with Joe then? Because he's almost has no empathy, right?
Yeah, he's like sociopath level.
So how does it? What's it like being with Joe? Like, what are you guys struggling with? Like, you're trying to get him to feel what you feel.
Yeah.
And you can feel what he feels, but he can't feel what you feel.
The only feeling he usually has is either happiness or straight rage.
Yeah.
So
there's a bunch of other feelings that but you haven't recognized yet, because that's how I thought he was.
Yeah.
And then once I really started paying attention to him, there's so many other ones, but since those are the louder ones, those are the ones that stick out the most.
Yeah, those are the only ones I feel.
And it's masked by logic, like pseudo logic.
It's fake logic.
Yeah, for sure.
Me and Joe are both very emotionally retarded. And so like we think that there's there's only two things, but with the help of Gio, she's been able to help me recognize, like, I'll feel jealousy, which I thought I never was jealous.
Yeah, Joe never says he's jealous.
He is
never,
for sure.
Never, ever.
He just doesn't even know that he's feeling it. Yeah. Or like there's I do have insecurities and I thought I wasn't insecure. Or there's like a whole range of things that she helped me understand that I feel it, but I'm just logically covering it up. So it seems like I'm okay with it, but I'm actually not.
Yeah. And then he told me the other day, he's like, this is the first time I felt guilt in my life. Because we got into an argument and then he realized he was wrong. And then it shocked me. And I was like, are you fucking kidding me? Damn it. Like, this is the first time you felt guilt.
I know. He should have been born a woman.
I think it was the first time he was able to actually admit that he was guilty or something. Kind of like what you're saying. Like, you didn't realize it. So that was really shocking. And I guess kind of a breakthrough for us that he was actually able to feel guilty for something.
Did you feel guilty because you're empathizing? So you felt guilty too?
No, I guess at that point I was kind of still mad from the argument. So I was like, good, you should feel guilty, you little bitch.
But give me an example.
Like in an Asperger's kind of way.
No, but like in the beginning of our relationship, like if he would say, oh man, I feel really bad about that. And then I would be like, oh yeah, it's okay. Like, don't worry. Like, you know, I would go with the flow, but there was some resentment behind that.
I see.
Yeah.
But give me an example of how you're very empathetic and you feel it.
So, like, do you ever just, like, randomly cry when you see commercials?
All the time.
Like, yeah.
All the time.
And then, like, if I can feel someone's hurting or I can see it in the room and they're not even able to express it, but I kind of see it in their face or whatever, then I'll internalize it and I'll take it home and I'll sit with it. And it'll be a part of me. Like, I feel it and I carry it.
That's me. Or when I see, like, big achievements, like, people do, like, crazy, amazing
up over
feats.
everything, dude. I'm always crying over everything, but I'm like, no, keep it in.
Yeah. Oh, fuck, I'm the same way. Or if someone starts crying and I don't even know why they're crying and I'm like, no, fuck. And then I start crying.
That only happens to me if I care about them. Like if anyone starts to cry here, I'd probably start crying. But if I saw a stranger crying on the street, I don't think I would start crying. Would you start crying?
Well, if I didn't, I guess it helps to know like what they're crying about.
Let's say there's a homeless man in a wheelchair and he's using his feet to move the wheelchair and he starts crying and then he lifts up his eye patch to dab the tear and he puts the eye patch back down. Would you start crying?
Yeah, probably.
Damn, you're
Oh,
right.
damn, you are way more than
I'd
me.
be laughing.
I wouldn't be laughing. I would just be like, that is very interesting. I wonder why he's crying.
The way Bart paints the picture, it's funny. But then I literally just imagine that person right now and
Yeah.
looking at him, and like in my heart, I was like, no, I can't laugh at his face. I would cry.
But he has a fake eye patch that he was.
You just said it was, you didn't say it was fake.
Well, why would he be crying out of that eye?
He could be blind.
You can be blind and cry.
Yeah.
Can you? All of our blind
Nobody
followers,
do that.
all of our blind
Nobody-
followers,
no.
comment down below and see if you guys can also cry because I'm ignorant to that.
I thought you were like studying to be a doctor. Or
Yeah,
something.
dude. You heard about the story. He didn't know there were two holes.
Yeah, that's true.
He thought the pee hole and the fuck hole were the same hole.
He's been out of college for so long though, and he didn't actually go through
That's-
his residency, so it's
Jess.
fine.
You forget a lot of
Jess.
stuff.
Yeah.
I had to learn about pelicans the same way about females. There's just too many
But you
things to
fuck
remember.
females.
I know, but I'm a fan of pelicans.
You're not a fan of pussy?
I love pussy.
Then?
Well,
You
when
didn't
I'm-
know that there are two different holes?
Well, I'm not studying it when I'm fucking a pussy.
I don't think they think about it as much as we do because we have
Exactly.
it and they don't have it.
This is complete derailing.
Did you know dicks have two holes?
Two holes?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Where?
Yeah.
There's two dick holes.
You fucking lying sack of shit.
I'm like, is there something I don't know?
No. Well, did you know this one? So, I'm not going to say who said this because I'm pretty sure they want to keep this private, but someone very close to us that you would never think would have this conversation. I'll
Okay.
tell you after.
I'll burn them.
No, you can't.
Oh, okay, fine.
You can't for reasons
I
that
know?
they get. Yes, you were there.
Oh, shit, okay.
Because they're very normal people.
Yeah.
And they get embarrassed, not like us fucking classless
Yeah.
Oh,
clowns.
so it's not David or Joe that said it then?
No.
No.
Okay.
So
No.
just be quiet.
Yeah, just shut up. So this person, they said, well, because you know they have balls. He said that his ball got lodged up here, like in his pelvic area, and then he had to push it down.
Ugh.
And then all the guys chimed in, and they said, yeah, that happens all the time.
What? It
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what
That
I
shit gets
said.
stuck up in there?
Yeah, so like your balls, so your
Never knew
balls,
that.
so like your balls in the sack, they're not actually connected. It's
Yeah, they're separate,
They're
right?
separate, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So sometimes, like, let's say she's riding me or having sex or whatever, and it somehow goes up. She can be going up and down and smash it, and it will hurt, and I have to pop it back into the sack.
Did you know that?
No.
I didn't know that either, and it's
Holy
so common.
shit. Well, I know, like, I've seen the balls, like, go up really
Yeah.
high, like, when their skin gets real tight.
Yeah.
You know? Like, it turns into that
But I didn't
weird
think it just
skin.
goes.
Yeah, I didn't
and
think it
just
was.
gets
Yeah, I
stuck.
didn't think it would.
No, it could be like a neutered
it's not
dog
like
where
your
the
titty.
flaps are still there, and it goes all the way up to the pubic
It's just like
area.
empty skin sack.
Yeah, and then you can push it back, and it kind of hurts if you're touching it up there.
That's what I was like. Now you learned something I would have never learned. And when this person said that, I was like, "Thank you for telling me that."
And it's kind of
I appreciate
embarrassing.
that.
Like if you're riding me or having sex, I don't want to be like, oh, my balls popped out. You know,
Like,
it's-
no guys ever told me that they had to push their nut
yeah, I'm
back
just
out.
gonna push it back down because that's weird.
35 years, I never knew balls popped out.
Yeah.
I never fucking knew that.
Me neither. I actually, I'm gonna be honest. Only like when we went to the bodies fucking
Exhibit at
did
the
I
Luxor?
realize that the balls were completely disconnected. Because I thought at some point, I knew they were like separate, kind of in the sack, but I thought at some point they still kind of joined
Like,
together.
what was that game that
I
has
didn't
like
know they were
string?
completely separate.
Yeah.
The game with the string and it has two balls and you can go. Tick, 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 tick,
Oh,
and
yeah.
it's tick, tick.
Oh, that game?
That little toy.
Yeah.
You thought it
Plastic
was
toy.
You thought it was like that.
Yeah, I thought at some point it,
was
it
connected.
came back together. I didn't realize that it went like from the leg or whatever. Like it was completely separate. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
it's separate.
I'm late on that.
I didn't know that either. I didn't go to the exhibits because we were dying. On
I actually
that Vegas
really
trip.
like the exhibit because I don't think you'll like it, but the way that they showed the human body, they cut it up in so many ways.
It was disgusting.
So they have
honestly.
like they have it where it's just seeing the muscle. Then they have one where we see the bone. Then they'll take a human that's like this and they'll slice them this way.
Oh no!
And
They
so
slice them every which way.
So they separate it this way, so you can kind of see like, oh, skin, muscle, bone, tissue this way. Then they take it and they flip the human like this, and they slice them this way.
I can't do
so
that.
you can see it from this point of view, and you can kind of see like the bones and like the marrow and everything.
No,
It's
I'm
pretty
alright.
nuts.
Okay, so we are coming to an end on this podcast.
All right, that was pretty quick.
I know it always feels so fast, right?
Yeah.
What's next for you? Like, what's up? What's on your mind? What are you trying to do?
Like in life.
Anything and anything. Maybe today.
Oh,
I don't
My
know,
schedule
anything.
today is kind of boring. I'm just prepping for our JK News shoot tomorrow,
Oh,
which I'm
okay.
actually going to be cast all day long.
Oh, cool.
That's
I
tight.
don't know if I've been cast all day long before.
I don't think so.
I probably
'Cause
just little segments.
Yeah.
But yeah, so in life, I'm just focusing on our podcast, focusing on JK News, trying to help get some new segments in, try to make it new, fresh again. You guys are helping out with that. And then focusing on Joe and I's relationship. Like, are we going to move it to the next level? That's really on the forefront of our mind. Like, are we
That's awesome.
taking
That's
it to the
tight.
next step? So we're definitely, just focusing on
You
relationship.
can't. So, whatever happens there, nobody can leave the fucking group. Nobody's leaving the group. Okay.
I have too many secrets now. They're going to have to jump me out.
Oh yeah, I forgot about all that shit. Yeah, you're fucking dying.
Yeah.
It's a gang, bro.
Yeah.
If you want to get out, you're gonna get jumped.
I'm going to get stabbed. I might be able to survive that stab wound, though.
I'm gonna cut your tongue out.
Okay, there you go.
What are you doing to focus on you and Joe's relationship right now?
We're talking a lot more, having a lot more conversations we never had before, and also taking space and allowing things to like mentally reflect on the things that have been bothering us, and letting them go, and like, what do we really want? Yeah, it's just a lot of conversation that needs to be had that didn't really happen for a long time.
Yeah, I can see that happening because you guys were just like, you're moving into this new space. He's trying to develop whatever projects he currently had at that time. You're trying to find your footing. You find it, and then you're trying to understand how this footing even works, and you're trying to figure all that out. So there's so many things to keep you guys distracted from really focusing on like one another. And because we're all friends and we'll see each other, it's really easy to be like, instead of having a date night where it's just you two and keeping it intimate, it's like, let's just invite everyone, or let's go hang out with this.
Yeah.
So like, you keep sweeping the relationship under the rug.
That's what I did. I fucked up. I'm so sorry.
You guys are good now, though. You guys are
No,
amazing.
we're great. We're great now. But I think he still feels guilty.
Good.
I don't ever
you
think
should
about
feel
it.
guilty.
I feel
Yes.
bad. I know. I feel bad.
I have to say it to Joe and Bart.
Yeah,
I was a bad boyfriend.
It's all right.
No, you did. No, you both did good and bad, but it's all good now.
Yeah, we're really good. I mean, we've learned, we've grown, and
Yeah,
I can't wait for that
I
shit to
hope
happen.
that me and Joe get to y'all's level at some
For
point.
sure, because you both care. I think once one party is just like, I don't care, I can do better, I can move on, then that's it. Like, you can't do anything.
Yeah.
But if two people are like, okay, I want to try it, it's only going
That's
to be
all
good.
you need. Yeah.
Yeah. That's tight. You have a lot on your plate.
Yeah, it'll be a good year though.
Fuck yeah, it's gonna be a good year because we got Hey Bitch.
Yeah.
I'm so excited about this podcast.
I'm excited about the guests we might have on there.
Which
I know we can't
guests?
say them
Oh,
yet.
okay.
I know we can't say them yet, but
Yeah.
they're kind of like
A big deal.
You know, maybe B-list celebrities.
Yeah, they
Which
were
is pretty high up there.
Yeah, they were an A.
Like who? Like Snooki?
Someone
No.
funny and a female, very influential.
Ali Wong?
No.
Oh God, I hope so. I love Ali.
I like
Yeah,
Ali
she's
Wong.
pretty tight too. No, but this is going to be a good year for sure for
Yeah.
everyone. The guys get to do the guy thing. The girls are going to do the girl thing. We got a solid crew. Everyone's doing really good. I'm excited.
Good things to come.
Yeah.
Thank you guys. And shout outs to our sponsors, Clutter, Lola, Semper, and don't forget barbellbrigade.com. See you guys next time. Bye.
Bye.